MVC, Mark at Creative of the World Unite. So this last few days I've been kind of trying to put some thought into what this video was going to be. And then this morning I got a notification from Alan, Static Traveller. Alan started a new vinyl tag, so the decision was made for me. So yeah, if you're not familiar with Alan's channel, just go and check him out. He's whether it's watching Alan or whether he's two co-presenters, Penj and Derek. Yeah, it's quite good stuff. Yeah, very funny. So Alan's asking us to show 10 records. They've got, obviously there are sort of 10 different subjects he wants to bring into each record. So first up, something to do with dreams. So I'm going to kick off with Grace Slick and Dreams. So this is Grace Slick's second solo album after leaving Jefferson Airplane. It's a good album. I would say the standout track on it is probably the title track, Dreams. So yeah, that's Grace Slick and Dreams. Next up, Alan wants us to name something with sweets or cakes or something of that nature in the record. So I'm going to go with Joe Welsh. But seriously, folks, so as you can see on the cover, Joe's enjoying an underwater lunch or picnic. There's like croissants there and bread and fruit, bananas on the back. So there we go. That's what I'm going to go with. Joe Welsh. But seriously, folks. Next up, a whimsical form of transport. So with this one, I'm going to go with Mary Poppins. What better way to get from A to B than the flying umbrella? That's pretty whimsical, if you ask me. So that's Mary Poppins with the umbrella. Next up, A Fantasy World. So this is a really good album cover. This is Magnum on A Storyteller's Night. This is like very sort of Tolkien-esque. You've got this side like a tavern with only source of light coming from this big fire in the hearth, and you've got just one table and all these various characters are sat around listening to. I'm guessing this person's a storyteller, and they've all got the flagons of ale and pipes. It's something could be a scene from Lord of the Rings. But yeah, so that's Magnum on A Storyteller's Night. Next up, something to do with space. I was probably the person that actually ever bought this album, but this is the Firm serious fun. I don't remember this, but it's about 85, 86 when they brought the track out called Star Trekking. It's like a parody of Star Trek. But they also brought an album out, and for some bizarre reason, I bought it. It's not accounting for taste, I guess. It's not the worst album I've got. It might be, actually. Anyway, that's the Firm serious fun. So as you can see, there's like aliens and robots and planetary stuff going on there. So yeah, the Firm. Next up, TV show that's whimsical. So okay, I'm going to go with a Wombles box set. I'm not sure if the American viewers are familiar with the Wombles, but this is like a children's TV show back in the 70s. The whole idea, it's actually had a bit of time, I guess, because the whole idea was about these creatures that kind of lived on Wimbledon Common, and they'd come out and pick up other people's litter and then recycle it. So yeah, it was quite, this for like what, late 70s, early 80s? This was, I'd say probably mid 70s actually, but yeah, this was almost ahead of its time. And it also comes with this still intact poster. Picked this from a charity shop, and I was quite surprised because normally when you get children's records, they've usually coloured in the cover or drawn on it or something, but this is actually in quite decent condition. So that's the Wombles. Next up, what's the cartoon cover? So I'm going to go with the Drifters compilation, 24 hits of the Drifters. As you can see, it's done in this kind of comic strip style. Each box is the name of the track. So Say the Last Dance for me. If it feels good, do it. And then of course you've got more on the back, on Broadway, up on the roof. So yeah, I'm going to go with that one, the Drifters 24 original hits. Next up, something that kind of conjures up images of children's stories and storytelling, that kind of thing. So I think the perfect cover for this has got to be Cat Stevens and Tea for the Tillerman. So obviously you've got Tillman here drinking his tea, and a couple of children playing in the tree. Absolutely love Cat Stevens, love his voice. It's really so nice to put some Cat Stevens on occasion and just chill out. So yeah, Cat Stevens, tea for the Tillerman. Next up, an album cover with angels. So I've gone for Bill Nelson. Average Gestures for Charmed Snakes. This was Bill Nelson of Bebop Deluxe. This one of his solo albums. This is actually, I saw this in a charity shop. I quite like Bebop Deluxe when I saw this and thought, well, yeah, I'll give that a whirl. So I picked it up. It's quite very electronic and quite experimental. It's actually not bad. It's not something I tend to go to very often, but yeah, it's not too bad. But I'd say the album cover certainly fits the bill with Angel there. Last up he was asking for some whimsical depictions of death. I don't actually have any. I've got plenty of records with depictions of death on the cover, but I'm not sure they could be considered whimsical. I mean, Sex Pistols, Who Killed Bambi, I think anyone familiar with that cover we can agree that it's not overly whimsical. Iron Maiden Killers, again, someone being bludgeoned to death with an axe by some rotting corpse, humanoid type character, again, not overly whimsical. So he did say that you can't come up with whimsical and come up with grotesque. So this next one was a bit of a, I was like that with the show listener. I've had to do some research on this just to see if I can actually get away with showing it and that YouTube aren't going to take my video down. My daughter shows me that I can and that my channel is so small that they probably even notice. But we'll see. So this is the Infected. This is 12 inches and sold a record. This was the band cover. It wasn't out for very long before this record was withdrawn for obvious reasons. And you know what? I'd had this record for ages before I realised it's actually wearing the yellow marigold. I never noticed the marigold before. So anyway, yeah, this is and this is the band cover of Infected. This is actually a test press as well. I got this some years ago, well, many years ago, at a record fair. I used to do record fairs in Piccadilly, Manchester. So yeah, it's got all the writing on white label there. So yeah, I think that pretty much fits the bill of being grotesque. If you manage to watch this video, you'll know that obviously YouTube hasn't taken it down. So yeah, that's my 10 records for Alan Static Travellers vinyl tag. Thanks for watching. See you again.